Hey guys, today's video is about Spill. Now you might already know their channel. They make videos about the news. Well, unfortunately for me, the video they made about me wasn't just about the news. It kind of perpetuated this notion, this narrative of me to millions of people. And now I'm kind of having to deal with it. So I can't even go on my Instagram or Twitter without hearing about this video that they made. And I have receipts to show that they're not being truthful. They're taking a situation out of context and at the end of the day, making me look way worse than I ever was or ever will be in order to get some views or to spread an agenda because they really don't like me. I don't know what the case is. What they did was report on a situation involving me and another YouTuber named James Marriott. And what they did was they took out key context of the situation in order to perpetuate that image of me. Now listen, I get it. People have opinions about me on the internet. I know I do outlandish things for attention and I'm kind of crazy. My personality is you love me or hate me type of thing. But at the end of the day, no matter who it is, it doesn't make this okay. It doesn't mean that I'm not hurting for this or that I'm gonna have to for videos like this, or that my business, my brand is tainted even more because of stuff like this. Again, you can think I'm crazy or dramatic or react to my meltdowns, but when you push notions that I make people unsafe, uncomfortable, unwanted, and I'm gonna have to bleep these words out, but predator, all right, use your imagination. These types of things will follow me for life, and it's kind of like I've already dealt with it in different scenarios over the years, but it doesn't make it okay. And this, I believe, is false light. And I have receipts to show for it. Spill, they made a video about me, let's break it down for you, called Nikocado, Avocado Goes Too Far with Shocking Video. All caps, too far, shocking video. And of course that's gonna get a lot of views, and it did. So let me kind of just lay it out for you. There's a YouTuber named James Marriott. He made a video about me, and I responded to him. It was one way, one way. I didn't know he was gonna make a video about me. I kind of woke up to it. And what he did was, I have a site out there that he went to, he paid to be on, and he took the images and photos and videos from there and kind of reacted to it with his friends and kind of made fun of the way it looked. Okay, I have a legal notice for you. It says here, by following the site, you represent and warrant that you're of legal age in your area to view content material, and if you wish to view such material that you're of legal age to form a binding contract with me. And if you do not meet all of these requirements, you must not follow the page. Okay, yeah. And he paid for it and he reacted to it and then he put it in a YouTube video and 1 million people saw it. And I reacted to that saying, oh, you like what you see? And I was like purposely flirting with him, pretending like I didn't know British humor, pretending like I didn't understand his accent, just trying to be funny because I knew that if I reacted, it would get views too. And we could kind of go back and forth. And I did it out of lightheartedness rather than like crying about it or having a meltdown. I'm like, let me just like give him a compliment and laugh about it too because I thought it was really funny. I'll make a special picture for you. If you're already signed up, you're already wanting to be there, well, I'll give you what you're paying for. I'll make a photo for you. And I make photos for people all the time. So anyways, I made a special photo for him and he reacted to it. And he was like, oh my God, no, geez, oh, my eyes, whatever. And I thought it was really funny. Well, the commenters did not think it was funny. And everyone was saying that I was, can't use these words on YouTube, but him, being predatory, having toward him, that I was making him uncomfortable. People were saying he needs an attorney. He needs to call the police, that I belong in jail for going after an innocent person and making them so. So I was like, what the heck? And then I made another video. So I'm like, look, he made a video, I reacted. He made a video, now I'm gonna react. And I said, look, at the end of the day, I didn't do anything to anybody. He paid for it, he signed up, I reacted to it. He roasted the way I looked to all these people, made fun of my belly, my size, and whatever. I know he's not like fat, I can't say the word here on YouTube, but fat. I know that he wasn't doing that, but even in a playful way to be like, whoa, look at what he eats, no wonder he's that size, or look at the size of his hole, no, imagine what comes out of it. You know, it's like, you wouldn't say that to a female, and you wouldn't say that to someone you don't know on the other side of the world, who's minded their own business, who's never done anything to you. And if I was a girl that was not problematic and I reacted to him kind of holding myself and cowering and covering and saying, oh no, I'm so sad, like I only do this to support my grandma and I try to pay my rent, this is something I do on the side, I'm trying to make people happy and I'm really hurt, now everyone's making fun of me, da da da. Like all of a sudden I would have been like the you know, that was my defense. Well anyways, Spill, this is a news drama channel, made a video called Nikocado Avocado Goes Too Far with Shocking Video. Again, it's being twisted by the viewers and people like Spill twist it into I started it, I made him I'm her him to make it into something really dark and kind of scary when it was never even about that. So anyways, I have some receipts here from James himself. He put this on his Instagram.
I need to tag someone who makes you happy. Easy one. Easy. Hello everyone.
So he tagged me. I think this was around the time when we were texting, and I could tell he kind of felt bad by the reaction. He was just trying to get people to laugh. He didn't know that people would take it so seriously and accuse me of like criminal stuff.
Hello everyone. So I've considered making a video on everything going on with the Nikocado situation, and I've kind of decided that I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to make the video that I was planning on making anyway, because I've really wanted to make it for a few weeks, but I am going to address a few things here to the people that matter. First things first.
And I just want to say, oh, James is trying to move on, why don't you? James isn't the one being, right now. James is not the one having to react to videos like Spill. James is not the one who was made out to be the villain here. It was me. James is not the one who's having to like climb his way out of a whole never-ending blame game that people put on me, okay? So this is my reputation at the end of the day, so I get that he's trying to move on, but I need to set the record straight for me, and I feel like you would do too, so.
A lot of you said that I was and a lot of you were worried that I was very uncomfortable with Nikocado's reaction. I'm not uncomfortable with it. I bought the guy's. I actually loved his response video. It was hilarious. If I looked uncomfortable in the video, it was acting. It was like it was funny to me. Like someone talking about my from the other side of the world. That is inherently a very funny thing to me.
Should catch that he was acting. So it's always mind-boggling to me that other people can act and it's whatever, but if I act, oh, I'm a terrible monster.
Obviously, to some people that made them uncomfortable, and I'm sorry if you felt uncomfortable with any aspect of it, but I thought it was a very entertaining situation. Now, I want to address something quickly that was mentioned in a tea video, and I just thoroughly disagree with it. No hate to them. It's the Spill channel. They report on this stuff, or this genre of things a lot, but I do have something that I want to show and disagree with. This is the clip in question.
James was uncomfortable with the flirty comments Nick made. For example, he called out Nick for using his last name in a sexual way.
Just because my last name is a hotel, that does not mean that you can pay to me. Right. Okay, you cannot decide if I'm uncomfortable, first of all. What I was saying was a joke. Proof of the fact that it was a joke is I'm now going to show you the clip they used in context. Just because my last name is a hotel, that does not mean that you can pay to with me unless the price is right. I literally told Nikocado that he could pay to with me. That is what I'm saying there. I'm not saying, oh, I'm so uncomfortable with the idea that he's going to with me. I literally joked about him with me. That is not a man who is uncomfortable with the situation. The reason that this is important is I don't know much about Nikocado. I don't know what he's been through before. I know that my friend Fraser made a few videos on him and I found him very extreme and very funny. That's why I thought he'd be a good subject for this video. I don't want you to think that he's me, because I would never want someone to be put in that situation who hasn't me. Like, I think that's bad. Also, if I am acting or if people think I'm uncomfortable, it makes me a huge hypocrite. Like, imagine I talk about someone's I raise someone's I buy their own, and then suddenly they respond to me in a way, make jokes in their own words, and I'm like, you harassed me, I'm uncomfortable. What? I literally initiated it. I initiated it. Another thing someone was saying was that I was being not the case. I comment on my own weight in my response video. I literally feel in no position to comment on someone's weight. I never comment on people's physicalities. The video was largely a positive thing. It was like, it's a funny situation. Like, for example, if some random person that you're interacting with on the internet posted a picture of their asshole, you would be shocked. You know, it's not me going, oh, it's gross. It's me going, ah! Nikocado recognised that we weren't being mean because he was literally laughing along with us, and it boosted his. We've spoken in DMs and he's thanked me. The long and short of it is there's no issue between me and Nikocado. The only issue now is people kind of taking this situation out of context and calling him out or calling me out when it was something that we consensually agree was something funny. And now I think I missed something. So if any of you have any qualms regarding the situation, my involvement in it, Nikocado's involvement in it, please leave it up here. I'll address all of it on my story like right now. This is very important to me. It's all a bit of fun. Like I'm trying to make these videos during it's like a bit of like a relax, a bit of a chill, a bit of a lull, you know, a bit of a ruffle, a bit of a roll in. So yes, correct. I totally get this argument. A lot of people have been saying this online, but I am also saying don't flip out. So if I was a female also saying, don't flip out, I don't think this is, would that count for something?
It would count for something. Again, if you're going to initiate something and I respond to what you initiate in the same manner that you are initiating it in, and I believe in equality, all right? I feel like it should be judged the same way no matter which way you look at it. Which is why when I made my second response video, I said, hey, imagine if I was a girl and I woke up to someone laughing at my privates on the internet, making fun of it and toying at it and like zooming into it and saying I don't like the way it looks, or it's too long, too short, too big, too small. I would feel very like I would be like, what the heck, you know what I mean? So it goes both ways. It shouldn't be about gender. So that's a very, very good point.
I'll be honest, he's been getting the majority of the hate from the situation, so I hope he's okay. At least, like, I don't want to be making people's days worse, no matter who they are. So this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm addressing it. We've chatted.
I do wish he would have addressed it on his channel, but again, I'm not it's whatever. That's why I'm just gonna put it out here. I'm glad that he at least did it on his Instagram, because he didn't have to. He could have made his videos, let people twist it, let me get buried even some more, and just kind of like walked away. But I like that he addressed it on his Instagram, but I'm putting it here on YouTube because this happened on YouTube. It didn't happen on Instagram. And his video has 1 million views. Spill's video has 1 million views. Mine has 300K. So it's very unfair to me that everyone's watching everyone else's videos, but they're not watching mine. Again, it's not a competition. I get some people don't like me. A lot of people don't like me. It's whatever. But at the end of the day, it's very heavily weighted on one side than the other. And that's not disputable. It's just a fact. And I've been in other situations where people make videos about me, they come out with all this stuff, I respond, their video gets 10 times more views than my video, and I'm kind of just left in the dark like, well, no one heard my side or whatever. So again, I'm not talking about any other situations here. You take situation for what it is. That's why I'm putting this here on YouTube. Before you say, you should have kept it on Instagram. Well, it didn't start on Instagram. It started on YouTube with his videos that he made about me. And now it's continuing on YouTube 3-4 days ago by Spill, and it's continuing on YouTube on my YouTube channels where I have to have my comments appearing newest first to flood out all the crap I'm having to get about this whole situation. So I'm the one that's having to deal with the consequences and the brunt of the situation every day for many days, and they're all kind of like, they move on and they're done, but I'm the one being affected. So anyway.
We've chatted about it, yeah. I did consider actually posting some of the screenshots from our DMs, and he gave me permission to do so. But I feel I don't need to. Like, I don't feel like I need to be providing receipts for something that is literally, like, consensual. He'll tell you it's consensual. I do get this qualm, but what's important here is that I'm fine with it. Everyone who subscribed to got another picture of a so they're fine with it. I laughed when I saw it. My girlfriend laughed when I saw it. Everyone, even the boys, they thought it was a very funny situation. So I can understand, but we're good.
I like his response. It was very good and classy, but who cares? What's the point if I post another thing of my thing on a site that's made for things of my thing? For you to be like, that's so inappropriate and that's just uncalled for, that's the whole purpose of that website. That's like going to a bar and being upset that they serve alcohol. Like, what? So, I would have added that too, but I just did, so there you go.
Absolutely zero animosity. Zero. Zero, zero, zero. The only reason I'm addressing it is because it's now starting to blow up outside of our conversations. Zero animosity. We cool.
And I just want to say again, this is not his fault. I thought his videos were funny. I wish people could just laugh at it. But again, because of other videos that have been made about me in the past, where things are twisted to make it way worse than it is, to get all this sympathy and all this emotion. Listen, I'm referring to anything. 2 years ago, something could have happened where this is done to me. The vegans have done it, where they make it all emotional and they put in things that are not related to the situation at all to make their story more substantial. That's what it is. It's really the people who have this perception, who just want to cling to that perception, and they're finding anything to support that perception. So it's not his fault, but it's just unfortunate. I do blame Spill for the way they're pushing it, and we're going to get into that in a minute.
Very good reply. Thank you for this. That's why I'm glad I've done this. People do cope with jokes, but I can promise you I'm fine. I'm not uncomfortable. So I'm glad you've said this. This has made me feel better about the whole situation. Thank you so much.
You guys have to remember too, He started it, he paid for it, he wanted to see it, he wanted to get me to react. He knew I would because I'm a tea kettle that's always gonna pop open and respond because I'm crazy. You know what I mean? Like he knew exactly what he was doing. This is all planned. You have to remember he planned this whole thing and I planned how I would react, okay? And that's really it. So now let's get into Spill's video. I know this has been very kind of long, I don't even know. But let's just play it here on the side. Nick edit it in.
Nikocado Avocado gets flirty with YouTuber James Marriott, but it doesn't end well. On March 25th, James collabed with other YouTubers on a video titled Nikocado is Really Strange. In the video, they reacted to some of Nick's controversial content.
James, scroll, Jesus! Why is it so long? It's like, it's horrible. James, get off screen.
What is with this? I mean, listen, this is highly edited. What did Spill do? They added in all this creepy, ominous music that's very like do 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 do, like a crime scene, like something you would see, like a HBO special where they're talking about like a murder or some kind of like evil person that's going out and like destroying the community, and they're getting all these receipts and photographs, and they're showing newspaper articles. I mean, look in the background, they have news, see that? You know, newspaper articles, and they're pulling out old photos, you know, very criminal, like it's very dramatic music for something that was supposed to be funny. That intent was to be funny, that the person who made it thought it was funny, that the way I reacted to it was funny, and they're making it seem like I did something so awful by doing these little edits that make a big difference. The little details can make a big difference. There's no reason to have this dramatic crime scene music in the background. Period.
The next day, on March 26th, Nikocado uploaded a video about James titled, "This YouTuber drags me in front of 1.2 million people." In the video, Nick reacts to James's video. Nick made several flirty comments about James throughout the video.
Oh my god, he's handsome. Ooh. I mean, honestly, he's totally my type. That. His accent. Like, the way they edited this is so creepy. Like, I'm watching this and I'm like, ew. They took out all of the things they said about me and the way it looked, them holding up a D and like waving it around, and me questioning why they had, let's call it a pickle. Like, they took it all out, this Spill channel, with this creepy music. I can't even. Oh, that's a beautiful still image. Like, that was one of the funny things that a lot of people commented on. But now it's not funny because the way it's edited. We can do it in the Marriott. Oh, I look so bad. Don't worry, I'll go on a juice cleanse when I meet you and I'll look so cute. Which was my joke. Which was my way of joking back at them. And they're reporting on it like, again, it's this highly serious, suspicious criminal thing. They didn't even address it. I knew it. I know exactly when I see one. It's like a sixth sense. I mean, if he's subscribed, then obviously he's into it. They're all batting for my team. I'm telling you, my radar's going ding, 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 ding. Especially him. Especially James. And did they address why I came to that conclusion? No, they chopped it out. They pulled out pickles, fake molds, and started waving them around. I'm like, why do you have that? What do you got that for? You know what? Which would be a very logical, not a far-fetched conclusion or question to come to when you see grown men waving around pickles. You would say, why do they have that and what do they do with it? If they're signed up for a page like this, maybe they like it. Is that a... It's not that I think everyone's into me or everyone has to be attracted to me or that everyone's entitled to date me, like people are now twisting it. That has nothing to do with anything. I'm never saying anything like that. But of course, that didn't make Spill's cut.
Nick reacted to James's girlfriend walking into the room off camera.
The girlfriend's fake, right? Wait a minute. Well, I don't know. Maybe he likes both. Listen, this is my first impression. I don't know. I literally thought, okay, I don't know. What is with this music? I mean, it just is gross. And that's me. And I'm talking to James, I'm like, did you feel gross? And he's DMing me, he's like, I literally laughed so hard, it was so funny. And I'm like, this has happened to me so many times where I'm like in a collab and people are like, oh, that person's so uncomfortable. And then you go and watch it and you're like, they didn't seem that uncomfortable. They didn't, like what? They didn't seem that uncomfortable. People have said that about me and Hungry Fat Chick or me and who knows who else. I've collabed with like 30 people. You know what I mean? They're like, they're so uncomfortable. And there's videos made about, look how Nick's making them feel so like pressured. And you watch the actual footage, not edited videos like this, and you go, I didn't get that vibe. They're literally laughing and talking and touching him and like,
James responded on Twitter. Nikocado Avocado.
This music, you guys, I just can't. It's so cringy. Let's just skip to where he's...
Nikocado Avocado won't stop flirting with me.
Again, it was a joke. James was joking and I was joking. It was very obvious to anyone with a brain. Very, very obvious. And they're reporting as if I did something terrible to this innocent man.
I have a girlfriend. Will, George, and me all have girlfriends.
James addressed being subscribed to Nick's account for 2 months.
I subscribed to Nick.
It was a joke, Spill, and you know it because you saw my response video, which you included in here. You knew I was joking, but did you want everyone to go see my video to find out? No. You knew that they'd watch your video, get the tea, and leave. And walk away with this idea that I did something to someone. How many views did my response video get? 200K. And now 5 times more people watched yours over mine. And you distorted the truth.
James was uncomfortable with the comments Nick made. For example, he called out Nick for using his last name in a way.
Just because my last name is a hotel, that does not mean that you can pay to with me.
James was all.
And guess what they cut out? The part where he joked back to let the audience know. Phil cut that out because this was a great opportunity to make Nikocado Avocado. Oh yeah, people think he's creepy and stalkerish and on people. Look, here's more proof of it. Let's just run with it. It'll get a lot of clicks. And I'm over here, painted in false light.
Also not happy about the bottom jokes.
Unplug my router. Never let me see the internet ever again. Man,
James got uncomfortable when Nick commented on his.
He was not uncomfortable. He was joking.
Mommy's talking about my. Why do I feel like I have to address this, man?
Nick uploaded a video titled Re James. Nick called out people who were saying James looked in his reaction video.
He's not. He paid me.
Nick said he was just trying to be funny in his response video.
It's not that serious. I am not serious, and neither is he. I don't like him. I'm not coming over and flying over. I mean, like, people think I'm this crazy, like, or something.
Nick said if the roles were reversed and he was a female content creator, the response would be different.
If I was a girl, let's turn that around, and James signed up to my account.
But it's easy to see why many people are uncomfortable with Nick's humor. Complimenting someone is really flattering, but making jokes and talking about other people's can be deemed as.
Well, if that's the case, why am I the one who got deemed harassment and not what he did first? Like, for you to even say that. For Spill to be like, yeah, it's nice to be compliments, it's nice to give them, but what you're doing is. But what he did to me wasn't. Me responding back after what he did first? Oh, but Nick, you said he liked it. Okay, well, he tweeted me saying he likes it, he wants more. And then what you didn't see was James tweeted me and said, can you eat me, please? Like, oh my God, it's just, again, they knew exactly. And my response, again, got put at the very end of the video after people watched a few minutes and clicked off of it to make sure that James's videos had more weight over mine. Otherwise, my response would have gone first, and they would have supported with their opinions and some facts as to why my response had merit. But they didn't. It was only James's. They showed comments under James's video to support that all these people thought that he was uncomfortable, that all these people, look at the comments. Did she show comments from my video? Or people saying, yeah, this is taken out of control. Or, yeah, James, literally, if this was a girl, he would have been roasted or toasted. No. Where are those comments?
What did you think about Nick's response video?
That's it. Now we're back on. Now we're on Nikki Tutorials and Ellen DeGeneres. That's what I'm saying. It is absolutely not okay. And who knows how many people are going to see this video. Again, these people get more views than me. And I'm looking at the comments and they're all against me. Every single one. Like, how desperate is he? He couldn't get the obvious jokes. Nick's that type of person that thinks everyone has a crush on him. No, I'm not. I do not think. Oh, I saw this one too. Nick feels entitled to dating anyone he wants. Like, what? I was joking. I've never dated anybody for over 7 years. This was a joke. I don't wake up and think everyone's into me. You can't win. That has 6,000 likes, by the way. Nick has always been a monster. This just proves that he's a 6.3 thousand likes. Now, I've heard that P word for a long time, and it just keeps coming back because of stuff like this. Thanks, Spill. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm so relieved someone's talking about the James Marriott situation. He was so uncomfortable. This is Nick should be taken off YouTube. It was not her. He was not uncomfortable. It was a joke. And if I were a female, again, if my response was crying and squeezing out tears, and again, if I was someone that's never had any kind of conflict with anyone before, you would be on my side in a heartbeat. If I was a pretty little girl, you know, that had no controversy, that everyone adored, and I was crying and holding myself, you would be on my team in a minute, and you know it. You would be like, wow, that was kind of wrong for James. That actually wasn't funny. He has no business doing that. He has no business going onto someone's private page and it like that when they've never done anything to him and laughing about the way their body looks. Like, ew, that's just gross. You don't do that to women. Guaranteed, and you know it. Like, it's just gross. It's just gross. I'm just mad. I see these comments and I get so upset. I'm sending this all to a lawyer. Going after his, he needs to call the police. Like, what? The police? Okay, but if Nick was a girl, then James would have never done it because he has a girlfriend. Oh my god. Okay, and what if James didn't have a girlfriend and he made a video like that? Then you would be on my side. Like, oh my god, people will find any, like, whataboutism, any hyperbole, any hypothetical to go against me every single time. Like, I'm so sick of this let's hate on Nick train. Like, it's just never ending, never ending, never ending. And videos that are like this and false light by Spill don't help because they're not reporting on the news. That's not the news. The news was James was joking. The news was he told people in a joking way that I could pay him to sleep with him. Nick is an even bigger creep than usual. Honestly, poor James. He needs to get a restraining order. This is really serious stuff. And I'm so sick of it. I didn't do anything to anybody. His jokes make me sick. He's so hyper-sexing everything. He says it's a joke, he says it's humor, but you can tell in his eyes that he's clearly bothered. 5,000 likes. Hyper-sexing everything? Well, of course you'd think that because Spill chopped out the parts when they were waving around fake molded pickles. Of course you'd think that because they chopped out the parts where James said he'd sleep with me too. Of course you would think that because God knows what else is about me on the internet. That's not true. Nick is such an attention seeker. The fact that he made this up so everyone would notice him again. Slanted face. 1.8 thousand likes. Okay, attention seeker? And making and gross content is not the answer. I didn't start this. I didn't do anything trying to make stuff up for attention. No, actually James wanted attention, which is why he made this video about making fun of the way my looks. Actually, he wanted that attention and he got it. And he got it. 1 million views, cha-ching, cha-ching, go to the bank. You're good for you. And now people like Spill trying to capitalize on it. Disgusting. Well, I'm going to figure out what I can do about this. And I'm going to talk to some people, and this is just not okay. And I'm putting this video out so that people, whether 100,000 people see this, 50,000 people see this, whatever, my closest followers know that I didn't do anything wrong here. And I'm not trying to say I'm an angel in every situation of my life. I'm not trying to say, well, this is one thing where I was innocent. So I'm innocent in everything in my life. I know I've made mistakes in various areas over the past 5 years on YouTube, 4 years on YouTube. So don't try to think that that's what I'm trying to do either. But this is just not okay. It's really, really wrong. And it hurts me. And Spill knows. It's not an accident that you watch a clip and then the next 5 words where he says, but you could pay me and I'd do it, you chop that out. That's not an accident. And that makes me question anything that comes out of that channel, this news reporting channel. Actually, there was a news reporting drama channel that made a video about me, chopped out something that would have changed the whole story because they don't want people to have that question. They want everyone to go after me. And that's just disgusting what they're doing, which is why I think it's done with malice, which is why I think it's deliberate and false light. And because it's an edited video. It's an edited video. And please stop saying stuff about me and with regard to this or anything where I'm stalking, harassing, being a prank people, sex and stuff, harassing. I can't say any of these words on YouTube, and I don't even know what it's gonna take for people to leave me alone, to stop pulling these types of stunts against me. I don't even know. But it's not okay. And I don't know what to do. I'm just really hurt and bothered that people will do this and everyone will believe it because they saw a video about it. That just proves my point, that just because you see a video about me doesn't mean it's true. And just because you see anything else on their channel, you have to question, is it true? What else did they chop up to make another person look bad? Or because they favored this person over someone else? Please leave James alone. Well, he's not really getting for this. No one's mad at him. They're all mad at me. Let's be real here. But anyways, leave him alone. And leave me alone. And Spill, I want you to correct this, and I want you to give me an apology. Because you just told a million people a twisted version of the truth.